I just spent 5 nights at this Ritz-Carlton in Portugal using nothing but Marriott free night awards, and I've used these same awards to book countless luxury stays all over the world. So today let's cover all things Marriott free night awards, including how they work, how to earn them, and how you can get free luxury stays without the luxury price tag. Marriott Free Night Awards, also called FNAs, let you book a hotel night without spending points or cash, for the most part. Other hotel chains like Hyatt offer similar free nights, but Marriott's work a little differently because of their dynamic pricing and the ability to top up with points, which we'll get to in a second. They usually expire 12 months after being issued, and here's the important part, they're no longer extendable for any reason, and the expiration date is based on your checkout date. For example, I had 5 certificates set to expire on September 12th, and I checked out on September 11th, so I just barely used them in time. Anyway, Marriott offers different levels of free night awards that have different base values. 35,000 point FNAs are the most common type, but these can still get you into amazing properties like Dome's Marimar in Corfu, Greece, or even the Ritz-Carlton in Wolfsburg, Germany. There's also 40,000 point free nights, which are a bit more rare, but 50,000 point FNAs are a step up and are exactly what I used for my 5-night Ritz-Carlton Portugal stay at Penelonga Resort. And in my opinion, the 50,000 point awards are the sweet spot that can really get you into some unique properties. Then 85,000 point FNAs would be the holy grail with Marriott, but they are very hard to come by. But they can unlock properties like the Ritz-Carlton Maui or the Ritz-Carlton Half Moon Bay in California, both of which have eye-watering cash prices. Sounds great, but here's the catch. Marriott uses dynamic award pricing, so rates can swing widely from one night to the next. And that's where the top up benefit that I mentioned earlier can save the day. Marriott lets you add up to 15,000 points to any free night award. That means a 35,000 point award can book a room worth 50,000 points per night, or a 50,000 point award can stretch as far as 65,000 points. For example, at that Ritz-Carlton property in Portugal I mentioned, 4 of the nights cost 65,000 points on the award calendar, and 1 was 60,000 points. So I topped up each of my 50,000 point free night awards, squeezed every ounce of value out of them, and walked away with a $2,600 stay from one welcome offer on a $95 credit card. And like I mentioned, I'm also staying at Tambo del Inca in Peru, which is one of the best Marriott properties in the world to maximize your free nights. Okay, so hopefully you see the value of these free night awards, but how do you actually earn them? Well, the most common way to earn these free night awards is through Marriott's co-branded credit cards, of which there are many. We could definitely make a whole video just on that topic though, so I'll link to our top Marriott cards page down in the description if you want to see all of your options and the current welcome offers. But you can also earn Marriott free night awards as milestone benefits when spending nights at Marriott properties, which if you're chasing Marriott Bonvoy status, then you'll likely reach these milestones at some point. That being said, if you're serious about Marriott status and earning these free night awards, then co-branded credit cards are definitely the move, and if you play it right, you can easily pick up multiple free night awards every single year. Now that you've got your shiny free night certificates, you want to make sure that you're getting as much value as possible out of them. So how do you do that? Well, first, target destinations where hotels are really expensive in cash, but not too crazy in points. Think luxury resorts, big international cities, or unique places like Peru, where the redemption rates are sweet spots. The thing is, unlike award stays where we usually think in cents per point, free night awards are more about covering as much cash equivalent value as possible and topping up with points when needed. So always compare cash versus points, since sometimes it still makes sense to pay with cash even if you have a free night award. For example, if you have a 35,000 point free night award, don't redeem that for a stay that would only cost 25,000 points or a couple of $100 in cash, because that's not a good use of that FNA. Yes, it is true that just like points, the best free nights are the ones that you actually use, but you also don't want to waste them because they are kind of hard to come by. And lastly, remember that Marriott's dynamic pricing changes constantly for better or for worse. In fact, when I was booking that Ritz-Carlton in Portugal, I had it all lined up, but by the next morning, award pricing had changed and my booking was outside of that top-up amount. Then a week later, rates dropped back just barely into that top-up range and I booked it immediately. So if you have your eye on a specific property, then keep keep an eye on that award calendar, and once it becomes available, I'd say go for it because rates can and do change quickly. Okay, last thing we've got to talk about are some important rules and pitfalls that you need to avoid, such as you can't combine multiple FNAs into one night. This one might seem obvious to some of you, but just as an example, two 50,000 point FNAs won't book you a 100,000 point night, but you can of course use them back to back for consecutive nights like I did in Portugal. Also remember that unlike in the past, the expiration date is firm, so if you miss the checkout window even by a day, your free night is completely useless, so don't just sit on these. As I mentioned, if you're trying to book multiple nights in a row, then dynamic pricing can be a little bit painful, so keep an eye on those award calendars and look for consecutive nights with low rates. And lastly, unfortunately, Marriott's Stay 5, Pay for 4 perk only works if you're paying entirely with points, meaning you can't chain together 4 free night awards and expect a 5th night for free. All right, I know that felt like a lot for a seemingly simple benefit, but if used correctly, Marriott free nights can unlock thousands of dollars in luxury travel, saving you not only cash, but valuable points as well. If you want to dive deeper into Marriott, I'll link to our full written guide on Marriott Bonvoy and our top Marriott cards page down below, where you can start working towards a stockpile of free nights for yourself. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.